come for sure.
Sure.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Thanks, guys. It's
All right,
a
man.
pleasure.
All right, be safe, man.
Without peace. Remember, you an Israelite.
Right.
So let's get it rolling. Yo, take the lead. Shalom, you give all praises to Yahweh. So we got a precept. Because there's a lot we can get into. We was just talking about it, about how they want to ban the Bible. Isaiah 29 and
15.
we probably really thought that.
That screenshot I sent you, I don't know what's going on with the Twitter. You know, it's like they do that weird stuff. But I was like, I don't know, they trying to play games, confuse people and shit. That's why you can't really base everything like what you see on social media.
I look for like articles, and I try to like read through it a little bit, you know.
You can't just what you see immediately just go off that.
I just go look at news and let's see what the people are talking about in the comments. That's really it. I'm gonna start at the 21st verse. This is Isaiah 29 and 21. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale.
Yeah, because you see how now they're trying to demonize people for going through like the New Testament. When really, when you go through the New Testament, it's scriptures. It's not just scriptures that uplift your spirit. It's also like end time prophecies. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now Christians. You know what I noticed? They're starting to go through like certain books of Revelation. Like they'll read like, what is it, Revelation 2 and 9, about how the blasphemy of them that say they are. You know what I'm saying?
9 and 3 and 9.
But really, we know what that's talking about. That's talking about our people. Because when you look at the title, the heading of it, it's going into like the church and the Christians. But yeah, I think that the Bible is really exposing these people, and so that's the real reason why they want to limit it or ban it. But most importantly, like we're reading, it says it's supposed to be a family of the word.
Because this Bible, it's exposing these devils, every day. And they're trying, they want to silence you for bringing out the truth. It's not like we making stuff up. It's not like we lying on them, bearing false witness. We just telling it how it is.
All right, continue.
It says, but when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the power of Israel. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine.
Yeah, because there's gonna come a time where everybody on this earth is gonna know about the Israelites. Like we was just talking to that dude, he's from Ghana, and he knew a little something about the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm surprised to even see an African. So you don't really see Africans like that. But anyway,
That's Jake, though. We can talk about the spirit. That's the spirit.
yeah, you don't even know what he knows. That's why he's gonna get it. Everybody's gonna know what to do. Everybody's gonna have to know the laws, statutes, and commandments. Everything.
That was it on that. I got something else for you guys. You got something? All right, this is Isaiah 59 and 14. I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, our courts oppose the righteous, and justice is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, justice
make it right. That's not reparations. You think just because you give somebody some money, that's reparations? Like Jake, Jake, they be having petitions trying to get their reparations. What is that gonna do? He's gonna give you the money and then you just gonna go spend it right back with him.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you straight up, son. If they gave me reparations, first of all, I'm not living in America. I'm taking that money that they give me, whatever it is, if it's a lump sum of money every month, I'm taking that, moving to South America somewhere.
You know what's so funny though? They'll probably find out. They're gonna know people gonna do that, and they're gonna be like, all right, well, if you accept the reparations, you cannot leave.
You have to be a resident in America.
Yeah, because think about it, you can't. What are you gonna do with $2,000 a month? Let's just say hypothetically they gave that to us for life. What are you gonna do with that? You can't live off that in America.
I mean, shit. On top of a job, I might take it.
I don't know. You know, Jake is just gonna fuck it off though. Because at the end of the day, you give somebody money, that's not gonna help them. In order to change how people act or how they move, you gotta change their mindset first. You give Jake some money with a fucked up mindset, they just gonna destroy themselves. Reparations is land, labor, and autonomy. That's real reparations. Just giving somebody money isn't reparations.
Yeah, we want land, women, and more.
Yeah, heavy on the.
And the only time we're really gonna get that is when we're in the kingdom.
Give that. That's exactly what you said. In the kingdom, that's when we're gonna have reparations. We're gonna have our own land. We're gonna have slaves to labor the land, and we're gonna have complete autonomy, which means we'll have no outside influences.
That's right.
Some more here. It says, our courts oppose the righteous, and justice is nowhere to be found. Truth stumbles in the streets, and honesty has been outlawed. Yes, truth is gone, and anyone who renounces evil is attacked. The Lord looked and was displeased to find there was no justice.
So that's the story of life right there. Because the Most High is looking down on this earth, and he's just seeing how man is just running wild and being against all the principles of the Bible. So like I said before, that's the whole point of Yahweh Shai coming back. Is to establish order on this earth. Because right now, we really can't even say that we live in life. Are we really living?
We surviving, we not living.
You know what I'm saying? The average person, they gotta get up, go to work every day, clock in, work for pennies on the dollar, not even get paid what they work. On top of that, you gotta pay taxes. If you wanna own a house, you're gonna have to pay property taxes on that, plus a mortgage, with the interest, of course. So
Inflation.
It's like, this is not scheduled for us. Even that guy from Africa, he admitted, he's like, yeah, people, what was he saying?
He said people here, it's just work, money, money, money.
Yeah, people are
Like,
crazy.
He's like, y'all one of the first people to actually like talk to.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's it on that. You got something?
Yeah, I got, can you get Habakkuk 2:9?
This is Habakkuk chapter 2.
Start at verse 8.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 8. Back in the King James. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Wait. Spoiled many nations. Colonization. What has Esau done? He's going to every country around the earth, really, and taking people's land, their resources, and even taking people's identity and nationality. Take us, for example.
And then they'll push the narrative that they're coming to help you and make your life better. But they come just take all your resources and leave you destitute.
And I just like how, we see all this, and I gotta be choosy with my words. I just like how, the whole conflict going on over there in Israel right now, I just like how ultimately it's exposing the small acts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the world is really waking up and it's seeing them for what they really are.
Right.
A bunch of devils.
That's right. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
Violence. That's Esau's MO.
says, "Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness, to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil."
Yeah, and that's exactly what Esau has done. He came over here to America. He was plotting and scheming. You know, one of the first things that the so-called Native Americans did was teach them how to survive in the winter.
Right.
Teaching them how to farm the lands. If it wasn't for them helping them, so-called white man or Esau, he would have never made it, or at least it would have been harder for him
Right.
to figure out his way over here. But it's like, damn, that's the nature of our people. We extend our hand, we help you, we're hospitable, and this is the things that we get.
That's the spirit of Esau. He can't do right if he wanted to. You got something?
I was gonna precept because you came out with that setup from Iowa. Deuteronomy 28,
You got the cap on.
49.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, got you, of course. Deuteronomy 28, verse 49 through 51. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kin. Right? Kin or kind? Kin? K-I-N-E. That's kin. Or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee.
Yup. And when you look at history, when who was it, King Ferdinand, Queen Isabella, they were the ones that gave the order to Cristobal Colon to go forth throughout the world and establish Christianity, establish slavery among the people that were native to the land. All right, and they even knew to bring Hebrew interpreters with them. Why? Because they knew that they was going to encounter the Israelites. They read the Apocrypha. You know that scripture in the Apocrypha where it speaks about. Actually, I'll get it.
Well, I know Christopher Columbus used books of Esdras to navigate over here, or he knows he was over here because of those books. Right.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
You got it?
Now I was gonna finish reading Habakkuk. Let's try something.
What are you looking for out of such countries?
Yeah, it's 10 tribes. Second Ezra 13 and 40.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hoshea the king.
Yeah, because the Assyrians took 10 tribes into captivity. Keep going.
It says, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
Another land. Now, hold that right there. Now go into that word. Was Asuris? You find it? I think that's in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28. No, Deuteronomy 29 and 28.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 28. And the Lord Yahweh rooted them out of their land in anger, and in wrath, and in great indignation, and cast them into another land as it is this day.
Yeah, so that was prophecy that was fulfilled. You know, as the brother just read in Deuteronomy 28, it spoke about how we would be oppressed and scattered and colonized. And so, read that again from the top.
This is Deuteronomy 29 and 28. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh rooted them out of their land in anger."
Rooted them out of their land, because when you go into the history of 70 AD, and not even just that, but also what we just read in 2nd Ezra, it spoke about how 10 tribes would be brought into captivity due to the Assyrians. Now the reason why that was the case was because you had the split of the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. And so once northern kingdom got conquered and taken over, southern kingdom's attitude was like, well, fuck them. You know, it wasn't really with us anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty easy for them to get taken over. But eventually, later on, southern kingdom would get taken over by the Babylonians. So it's like, when you go through history, for centuries and centuries, thousands of years, we've been oppressed, and it's brought into various captivities. But this is the last captivity that we're going to be in, which is Babylon. Babylon the Great.
Back in Habakkuk.
Yeah, and I got one more piece I'm trying to get.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 9. It says, "Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness, to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer." It says, "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity."
Yeah, so, you know, you're going through the history, that's exactly what Esau has done. So that's it on that. I found the precept, 2nd Ezra 13 and 45. You're going to see how it all ties in together. Get that, and then we go back to Deuteronomy 28.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 45. It says, "For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Arsareth."
So the biblical scholars will tell you that this has to be speaking about America, North America and South America, which we already know that our people was on this side of the earth long before Columbus.
That's right.
Now, finish that?
Yeah, that's 40.
All right, so when you go back to Deuteronomy 29 and 28. It says how we will be put into another land. So that word Astoris in 2nd Ezra, it literally means another land when you translate it. Yeah. You see? Another following. Yeah, Al-Kir. That's why it's important to like go into the meaning of words.
Right.
So that word authority means another land.
That's the problem with people and reading it, is that they don't read past the English.
Right.
And you have to.
Because things get lost in translation. Because it was translated from Greek and Hebrew to English. So, things get lost in translation like that. So that's why it's important to go into the word.
Meanings of word change over time too.
Right. Where was we? Oh, Habakkuk?
Yeah.
This is the 11th verse. This Habakkuk 2 and 11 says, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. And that's Esau's MO right there. Let me get something real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's how Esau deals, in unrighteous dealings and riches got by deceit. He'll come to your land, take it over, and claim it as his own.
Yeah, and then when you sit back and look at the situation going on over there in the Middle East, Israel, you know, it's so bad that you got people blitzing these various universities around the country and protesting. Yes.
I think that's all a setup anyway.
Yeah, it is, because the people are actually, funded.
Right.
Yeah. Because when you really like look at the way that they're processing, they got tents. And I hear that most of the people, if not all of them, they don't even attend those universities. So the people that are brought in from the outside to cause all that.
Right.
But nevertheless, they're setting people up for the narrative that the Jays are being attacked. We gotta protect them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But really, the vast majority of people aren't that slow to realize that what they're doing over there to them Palestinians,
Right.
it's technically not considered righteous. Because now what they're doing is they're displacing them from that land, and then they're bringing them over here to the United States. So I think that you should expect a attack in the future. I definitely can see that.
So, there's Habakkuk 2 and 13. It says, behold, is it not of the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity? For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea.
Yep, so just how they say that, I don't know, what is it, 70% of the world is water? Something like that. So it's like, picture it like this, instead of like a low percentage or middle percentage, picture it like this, the entire world is going to know the truth, which is ideal.
Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they've done when you take a look at the crack epidemic.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They put in drugs in our communities, guns, diseases, and then they're sitting back and like, see, look at these people.
Yep.
They behave like a bunch of super predators.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Hillary Clinton said that?
Yep.
But you're the one who pushed us to this point.
Right.
I mean, when you sit back and look at every hood, every ghetto in America, it's always set up the same way. There's a church on the block, and there's a liquor store in the bodega.
Right.
Selling you loosies.
Modern crack is just damn music and shit that the young kids listen to, really. Like, when you think about it. I was listening to I forgot who it was. Noriega, because he used to rap, right?
Dory.
They were talking about crack and all this stuff, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, the government definitely used these guys to, like, there's no way that the same thing they're doing with the music industry now, using these people to do certain shit, the same thing they were doing like that. Now and then they make music about it and promote it.
And who is it that funds the music industry?
Exactly.
But if you say something, you get your channel taken down.
Yup. Can't release your album.
They'll call you anti you know what.
Since you said that, I got a preset.
It's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Nah.
Then they'll arrest your ass and get free labor out of you. It's like they winning all across the board.
Set it up nice.
Get Isaiah 47 and 7. because you mentioned the music industry and how it influences the youth. Them people know exactly what they was doing. The people that run the music industry, they know how it is within every hood in America. So it's like people speak what they live. The Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if you think evil, you're gonna speak evil. You think negativity, you're gonna speak negativity. You see, energy never dies. It's always just translated. It's like a ring. It never dies. It transfers. Yeah, I think that's Charles Darwin.
This is Isaiah 49:7. It says, you said 7, right? 7. This is Isaiah 49:7.
47.
This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the ideology of America. America thinks that it can't take an L, it can never be brought down. But we're seeing how this empire is being brought down slowly but surely. From a moral standpoint, economic standpoint, and from a spiritual standpoint. We're seeing how people are just complete degenerates and lowlifes. People are just concerned about themselves. People are all selfish.
No wisdom.
People just want to get that money so that they can survive in this rat race. But it's like us, we already checked out mentally a long time ago. We already know that this place is not our rest. So we're not trying to measure ourselves to the society.
We're just forced to cooperate.
And we're seeing how the goalpost keeps getting. They say that to live comfortably in America, 6 figures isn't really cutting if you got a family.
Yeah, it's depending on where you live.
Depending on where you live.
I'm thinking about it. It's because they set the expectation high for people to just keep on spinning that wheel faster, and then so like that, people could partake in it. It's just a whole system.
It's like the social media. You see people with, the women with the Birkins, and you see the dudes with the jewelry, and then you constantly see that, and then you look at yourself and you think you don't measure up. But ain't no telling what they did to get that money.
Yeah.
People are very easily influenced by these trends.
Just keep raising the bar, and people gonna keep working harder.
Yeah, until they can't no more. But we're seeing how now, playtime is getting ready to be over. The mirth and the entertainment of this land is not even enough. It's not even enough to suppress people's emotions and sentiments of this society. I see a lot of TikToks nowadays where people are just sitting back and complaining. They're like, yo, I'm tired of living like this.
I told you about that thing I seen on the news, the doom spending.
Yeah.
Let me get the definition of it.
This girl, she was on TikTok. She's like, one day I will find peace in America. One day. In my mind,
This is the definition of doom spending. Spending money despite concerns about the economy and foreign affairs to cope with stress. And that's what these people are doing. Because if you say you have a job, you make $40,000, $50,000 a year, and you live in New York, that's not cutting it.
hell no.
So you want the big house with the picket fence, but having this job, you got your bachelor's degree just to make $50,000 a year. Now you got your student loan debt, and you'll never get ahead. So you just like, fuck it. You only live once, so you just blowing your money because you know that you can never acquire these things that Babylon tells you that you're supposed to have to be considered successful here in this kingdom. So you just doom spending.
Not to mention, let's say you want to buy a house. You know how much interest rates are now?
Exactly.
I believe it's like 7%, 6%, 7%. So it's like
Even cars.
So it's like get it out your mind of whatever wanted something.
Interest on everything, credit card.
Everything.
If you don't have a good job, but even a job can come and go. What does it tell you when you got large companies like Apple, Amazon, worse off laying off employees. What does that tell you? What's getting ready to come?
They usher in that AI. They don't need niggas no more. They don't need people. They don't need bodies no more.
And then you also got, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, I knew that was true though. That they're not gonna need niggas no more for nothing. When I seen a robot in Las Vegas doing drinks for people.
Doing what?
Drinks,
They were making
cocktails.
drinks?
It was a robot arm making drinks for people.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That's
I'm
great.
like, so we don't even need a bartender no more. You just got a robot arm doing drinks and serving. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I heard in the city they got like robots that do DoorDash now and stuff like that. I'm like, damn.
I was in Cali first, I think.
Cali.
It came out there first, and then out here now.
And they trying to do that all across the board. They trying to cut costs wherever they can.
And take a look at the CEO of Chase, Jamie Dimon. He sold like, I think 1,000 shares of Chase. He must have some insider information.
Oh yeah. That's the thing with them too. They be knowing. They be playing with the market, man.
He sold his shares because we see where it's getting ready to head towards. It's headed toward digital currency.
Yeah.
So in order for that to be brought in, I believe that there's going to be some sort of black swan event that takes place in order for them to justify going fully digital and getting rid of cash.
Well, I say step one was that whole code.
Yep.
That was step one. Because it was like, you got people home with the cryptocurrency, Dogecoin and all that.
And then they started taxing it.
That was step one.
But I think that
The stores limiting like cash and all that stuff now is only like, yeah.
I got a precept. The point is the third verse, but I'll start at the top. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
so. If you're the king, all the people that you have under you, they're supposed to be on the same page with you. They're supposed to be speaking the same thing, enforcing the same thing. But it's like when you take a look at how America is constructed, you got various states throughout the country, and then a lot of them don't even align in terms of like their ideology. You know, you got some red states, some blue states, you know?
House divided.
House divided against itself won't stand. So what do you think is going to be the fate of America when it's all said and done? Thermonuclear destruction.
Says an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Yup, and we're seeing how this place has been sold down the line. You know, one of the biggest mistakes was deviating from the gold standard. You see how the money is not even backed by anything. It's just fiat currency. It's a Ponzi scheme. So there's really not even no point in holding on to it. You know, people that are really smart, the rich, the elites, they buy gold. Why? It's because that's real money. Because when shit hits the fan, when the dollar collapses, and when everything goes digital and there's a reset, money, cash money, it's not going to be viewed
Right.
the same. It's not going to be worth it.
Gold, land, and cattle, that's real riches.
That's why inflation is at an all-time high right now, right? And these are the signs of a recession. It's not a recession, it's a depression.
Read the third verse again. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. See, it says, we're under unrighteous leadership. You would think the smart thing to do is, because what they do now is they tax the people so much and oppress the people so much, the people can't afford to buy anything. So that's why his government is just collapsing, because the people are fed up.
Yeah, see, that was the whole point of them lowering the interest rates a few years back. And then so what people did was they started buying, and increasing debt. You know, because they're not really having the money right there. They're just using their credit cards or whatever, taking out a loan. And now you see how the Fed, they're trying to like curb it a little bit by like increasing the interest rates. And now we're to the point where the interest rates are so high. What can you really do to operate in this society? Like I said, you want to buy a house, good luck with that. Hope you have a steady job that doesn't lay you off.
Esau, he doesn't know he's destroying himself from the inside. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And that's talking about, you know, the Israelites. It says in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. That's it on that.
I got a precept. Matthew 24 and 12.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So we're seeing how the moral of Babylon is just completely low. Like the bars are just low. You know what I'm saying? So much so to the point where the family structure is like butchered. You know, people find it hard to like interact with one another. So much so to the point where you got the passport bros movement, where basically it's just dudes going to like different countries, like it's like in search of like a different culture, a different lifestyle. You know, looking for a wife. You know what I'm saying?
That's because American women are finished.
Yeah. So
That's the argument.
So you would think that since it's hard to like survive and like make it in America and live, you know, it would be easier if we all just came together and be on the same page. But no, they got us all divided against one another. You know, even our own people divided against one another, not even able to unite and like, you know, to like try to like make life a little bit better in Babylon. You know what I'm saying?
And that was all Esau's doing.
Yeah, that was all Esau's doing by cutting down the family structure. You know, taking the man out of the household, and you know, putting the woman on welfare. You know what I'm saying?
Relying on the white man. Now you gotta rely on the
Right.
divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer.
Because you think even back, you go back to Jim Crow, when times were harder than it is now. At least back in the days, those days, you had a stable family structure. You don't even have that no more, and we're in a better space financially than we was then.
Shit, at least in slavery we had each other. We didn't have
Right.
nothing, but we had each other. It's like now we don't even got ourselves no more. It's like every time you leave the house, you see a so-called black person or Hispanic person. Really, you should be sizing them up, making sure they're not on bad timing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is in Babylon. There's no coincidence why this is called the Valley of the Shadow of Death. A valley is a low place. America is a low place spiritually and morally.
And now, especially now, you need two incomes to sustain. You could carry a heavier load with two than just with one.
Yeah, so Jake got it. Jake got that mindset where it's like, yo, I gotta get it out here. I gotta survive. There's nothing I won't do to get what I want.
Right.
Hey, but that two-job shit been around for a little bit, bro. Even since our parents, like their generation. That's not nothing just now, too.
Yeah.
But that's a damn shame. Like, people gotta work two jobs just to support a family. Then what time do you really have to raise your family? So that they can grow up and be like you, be upstanding members of society. What time do you really have?
None.
Exactly.
But that's the point. Now you're not there. Now they can influence.
Your children. Right.
They can influence
And your woman and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Your woman and then your child.
And then you wonder why the world is just so messed up. It's because of Esau, really.
I had a coworker. I think he's an Edomite, but I can't say for sure. He was telling me about something his dad always said. He said, everything that's wrong with the world, you can link back to those people. you know Keith.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like, his dad said, and he's Irish, so who knows? He could be a Jake, who knows? He said, everything that's wrong in the world, you can link back to those people. And I was like, yeah, that's true. I didn't say it, but I was like, yeah, you're not wrong. That's true. Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
so that's what we're trying to do. Endure to the end. Because you know how Christians be saying like, "Oh, I'm saved." How are you saved when the destruction hasn't even come?
Lost.
You ask them, what are you saved from? They think just because they got dunked in a pool of water that they saved. Even as a kid, like that shit is some bullshit. I got baptized and I didn't feel no different.
You got baptized?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like 8, 9 years old. I got baptized, man. I was expecting to feel different, like my life was about to change. Man, that shit changed.
You really believe that?
I did believe that at the time.
Barely a placebo.
I did that. I did believe that. I was like, oh, okay, so
Hey,
and I felt exactly the same.
But you got grown people that still do it though. They get baptized, which
Yeah.
is really not wrong with getting baptized physically.
As long as you, yeah.
But really, you're
Nah,
supposed to be baptized through the word.
Yeah, I was baptized in the name of Jesus.
You gotta be baptized through the word of the Most High.
And we know Jesus isn't real, so
Like we've been baptized because we've come into the knowledge of the truth. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Like you said it, the word is what baptizes you. You repent and converted from your old self. You washed away, the sins, your old ways.
But not completely.
This is the last verse. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Yep. And then shall the end come. So it's like we're tired of this world. The way that it's set up, it's like designed for you to like veer off the path and just fall off into a different mindset or ideology. You know what I'm saying? That's why the average person, they really can't even understand this truth. It's not meant for them to get it. And we understand why it's that way.
Especially like the older you are, it's like you've been indoctrinated for so long, trying to tell this truth to a man in his 40s and 50s. Not saying it's impossible, but it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, the scriptures say, can a leopard change his stripes? So most people, they're stuck in their ways. They're too far gone.
A lot of that has to do with food, bro. The food is dumbing
Yeah.
people down.
Sure.
Yeah, do you know that they got chemicals in certain cereal brands
Yeah.
where it's linked to people getting like skin conditions and like ADHD and stuff like that?
Food color. I don't do that shit.
So it's like what kids,
The juices, the candies, all of it. Facts.
it's more than likely had an effect on us.
And our parents that had us, so that plays into having us like.
What did you say? You said you could trickle everything down wrong with this world to one person.
Everything. That's it on that. Actually, I'm gonna read it again. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And you got men all over the world teaching exactly what it is we're teaching. And that's gotta be of the Lord, That can't be nothing else. That's of the Holy Spirit. All men all over the world on one accordance teaching the same thing. You can't get niggas to agree on nothing. So that's how you know this is the Holy Spirit.
And let's be
Right.
real.
That's right.
Let's be real. Christianity's been around for centuries.
Right.
So you mean to tell me that throughout centuries there's been no advancements within society? Spiritually?
became more degenerates.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
anything,
oh
it's
my
gotten worse. So we're seeing how now that's not the truth. Christianity is not the truth. Roman Catholicism is not the truth. Those are just man-made constructs meant to be a stumbling block to our people and keep us docile. So what we're doing now, teaching the Bible in its purity, is really prophecy that's manifested.
Holy Spirit.
Get Psalms 19:1.
This is Psalms chapter 19, verse 1.
Bring it out.
To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The heavens. Let this madness pass. This madness pass. This is Psalms chapter 19, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of God. And the firmament showeth his handiwork.
The firmament shows his handiwork. Now, you got the internet, right? You could be somewhere in damn South Africa, and you could upload a video there, and you know it'll be on the internet, it'll be on YouTube, wherever. And then somebody on another side of the world can watch that video. Why? It's because you got satellites in the air that help support the internet, right? So the internet has really done most of the heavy lifting. It's done most of the work as far as like spreading this truth, spreading the gospel around the world. That's why you got brothers that are in Africa that know that they're Israelites. You know, you got brothers in Italy, you got brothers in Puerto Rico, Haiti, Trinidad, Jamaica, everywhere really.
I told you about the brothers in Holland. They got a deaf camp. The brothers are deaf and they're doing the work in sign language. I'm like, yo, that can't be nothing but the Holy Spirit.
That's
like,
remarkable.
That's crazy.
So this is the real truth right here. What we got.
Again, right there, that's the Lord showing his handiwork. Again, Psalms 19 and 1.
It's not half and half. It's not 90% truth. What we have is 100% truth. This is pure.
Right. Without spot or blemish. It says the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. You know the firmament, talking about the moon, the stars, the sun. And who created that? Esau didn't create the moon, the stars.
He'll try to.
Yeah, he'll try to.
He'll try to.
GMO son. It says, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Again, sign language. Like that's amazing. It says there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race.
Yeah, because you know how like you ever seen like the Olympics, people run the race and then they finish first. It's gonna be like us. It's gonna be that same feeling for us. We're gonna be like joyful. We're gonna be glorious. You know what I'm saying? So since I said that, get Matthew 11 and 28. Because this is like a race that we're running, but it's like we're taking our time. It's a marathon.
Right. I'm gonna start the 7th verse. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 27.
Get out.
No.
What's going on, man?
Peace.
It says, all things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
So the Most High, he's going to give us rest. That is our hope. You know, us coming out here in the highways and the byways, teaching, putting up videos, you know, just doing our part in this ministry and this truth. You know, our hope is that we get a reward at the end of the day, and that we receive our rest in the kingdom of heaven. Because here we are in Babylon, the year 2024, and we're declaring the end of this place. We're not hiding it. We're not dimming our light. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to put a lifeline of America, trying to give you false hope that this place can be saved. Whoever gets elected in the coming election, we're not doing that.
One foot in, one foot out. We out here prophesying the destruction of Babylon, but then when the election comes around, we're gonna go vote.
Right. Yeah.
It don't make sense.
It says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light."
Yeah, so it's like we all locked in. We in this together.
That's right.
It's just us against the world.
And it's not much of us.
It's not many of us. I gotta bring something. Isaiah 46:10.
This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10. Declaring the end from...
Wait. Start at verse 9.
It's Isaiah 46 and 9. "Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High."
Remember the former things of old. You know? You should really be praised for being a classic man, a classic person. You know, just going back into the antiquities of certain things. And you know, our identity and nationality is something that we've always been since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The chosen lineage started with Jacob, with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And even before that, you had Adam and Eve. So it's like the Most High, he was always setting up that chosen lineage. You know, the Bible says how we all come out of Adam and Eve. Yeah, that's true. But how many people on this earth can really say that they're the chosen people of God? One of these people right here in this sign.
That's right.
Read it again. It's Isaiah 46 and 9. "Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me."
Yeah, remember the former things, man. That could really go for a lot of things, even like when it comes to like music. You know, the Bible says how the daughters of music will be brought low. A lot of people don't even, I wouldn't say a lot of people, some people really do not like the music that's being brought out through the music industry today. You know, you really can't compare it to how it used to be, like, you know, in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sade, Lauryn Hill, and all that.
Marvin Gaye.
That's all the classics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got people sampling music from back then now.
Yeah.
So that goes to
How
show
you
you.
gonna sample a song that sampled a song?
Right.
Yeah, right. Nah, yeah.
That goes to show you.
So it's like you gotta take it back to the essence. And that's us. That's our life. You know? We taking it back to the essence. Telling our people that they're the Israelites.
Right.
That's right.
It says, this is Isaiah 46 and 10. It says, "Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure."
Yup. So all these prophecies that we're seeing getting ready to manifest, man, it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? We're not up here telling you how to make it in America. See, once you get a certain amount of money, you gotta put that money into SP 500 stocks and then sit on it for 10 years, 20 years. Don't even touch it. I'm not telling you that.
You gotta build your credit, brother.
Right. But I mean, if you wanted to do that, that's all you do. Really, I don't see this place going on no 10 years,
I don't
20 years from now. Hell,
I don't either.
I'd be surprised if we hear another 2 years.
Like, there's nothing wrong with doing those things, but don't put all your hope and faith into it.
Yeah.
Just know it's all about to be taken away from you.
That's a fact.
That's the spirit you gotta be in.
Yeah, like your riches and your gold and silver, it can't deliver you from the day of judgment,
Right.
from the day of the Most High.
Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
And that's what the elites are under. That's the delusion that they're under. Hence why they're investing in doomsday bunkers.
I was gonna say they think they're gonna get away with them bunkers and shit with all
Yeah,
their
bro,
money
but-
and all that.
Yo, did you ever hear about that TV series Fallout?
Yes, that it just came
I
out.
actually finished it.
Yeah, me too. It was
Finished
fine.
it.
It was fine.
Yeah.
I started it.
So basically, those were the rich folks, the elites that invested into those bunkers. They're called vaults in the show, and they're pretty much trying to preserve their way of life underground. But anytime they come up to the surface, it's just a wasteland. So it's like, what's the point of even trying to invest into a doomsday bunker when the entire country is going to be wiped out? What are you going to come back to the surface to?
It's like at what point does the food run out? The food got to run out.
Yeah.
But in the show, they showed you there was farming underground.
No sunlight.
Exactly.
You got artificial sunlight.
Yeah, they did. They had a projector screen that showed the sun and all of that.
But in the show, they're the ones that brought the destruction upon the face of the earth. And it's kind of like that in real life.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
It's going to be like that in real life. Like, they're the ones that are orchestrating all this chaos
Organized chaos.
and trying to control it. But it's going to get so out of hand to the point where it's going to lead to their demise. That's in Joel. You know,
That's like a Spanish saying that says if you look up and spit, all it's gonna do is come back down and hit you right in the face.
Right.
That's what they doing. They think they're getting away with it all this time. And they're gonna have to deal with the consequences that is there because of them.
Yep. They don't even know that they're setting their own trap.
Right?
That's it in Isaiah.
yeah.
I got a precept while you look at that. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16.
Get out.
It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein." You see? We got to seek the old paths, the old way. Because the Lord, He had it right then. You see, this is the new way right now that we're looking at and that we're living. And it's not working. It's not working. The people are more through than they've ever been.
It's a hard knock life, man.
Our ancestors had sounder knowledge than us.
For sure.
Way sounder knowledge.
You look at our ancestors, the way men are now, you can't even compare them to how they was thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Everybody here, they're outside. Everybody's walking outside of their purpose.
Yep. You know, women, they actually, they knew that they had to follow and take lead, not take lead, but take
Follow lead.
follow lead, and take the low road. You know what I'm saying? But you see women now, it's like they're on high and they think that they don't need a man. They don't have to come up under a man. All they gotta do is go to school, get their education, and get a job, and they're gonna be straight.
But the niggas here are through too.
Oh, nah, it's finished for the guys too, bro.
Women are in worse shape, naturally, because they're the weaker vessel. But the men are through too.
Yeah, but them buying into feminism has backfired because now we're seeing how marriage rates have declined. You know what I'm saying? Single households is up. And all of that is to blame on them buying into the ideology of feminism. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These women don't even realize it, but they miserable because all they do is keep trying to follow trends and keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, are they really living a fulfilled life, chasing after various pearls in this society? Can they really say that?
Hey, and dudes too.
That's exactly why
Popping
they
bottles.
yeah, and that's exactly why they always build up that wall of delusion. They don't really deal with reality. But men, there's a reason why they say that men are more inclined to unalive themselves. It's because men deal with reality. They actually feel it.
We don't get to live in a fantasy world.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody coming to take care of us because we look good.
Exactly. You can't sell foot pictures, OnlyFans. You can't do none of that. Start up a lash business.
Can't sell your underwear.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a precept. You had a precept, right?
I'm trying to find it.
got another one. This is Isaiah 43, verse 18. Actually, yeah, Isaiah 43 and 18.
Bring it out.
Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? Wait, no, that's not what I was looking for. How was it worded?
Get that precept, I get mine, and then we gonna wrap it up.
Oh, that sounds good. This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
So that's a new thing.
That's feminism.
When you sit back and look at like certain companies, certain job positions that are being held, you know, certain areas in government, you got women that are leading. When it's really not even supposed to be that way. You know, traditionally, women are supposed to be the ones that take care of the house, that guide the house, take care of the children, cook, you know what I'm saying? But I understand that in this society, it's hard to even function that way. Because you gotta have two incomes in order to make it.
This country hasn't even seen a female president yet, and I know they was always fighting for that. But that would be a big thing too, right there. Like,
Could you imagine that?
The top elite won't even let that happen. You found yours?
Let's see.
yeah, they only let Obama have that too, because he ain't even black.
They just put him in there so he can, you know, push forth, you know, that agenda, the rainbow agenda.
Yeah.
He was a puppet too.
You guys read about it, seen that whole
18.
some presidents having the same blood and stuff, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all like Masons related.
Linked up and shit. I think Cheney related to
Like
it.
scions, I think it's called. That's the word.
Job 18 and 6.
This is Job, chapter 18, verse 6.
Bring it out.
The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him.
So the Most High is going to blow out Esau's candlestick, take away his power.
The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down.
His own counsel shall cast him down. So the very thing that Esau loves the most near and dear to him, which is his NWO agenda, is going to lead to his downfall.
Yup.
It's ironic, but that's what it's going to be.
Set his own trap.
So it's like, go ahead and do what you got to do. Go ahead and bring in the MOTB, bring in your NWO. Do what you got to do, because the sooner this society collapses, the better.
That's right.
Then we'll be living it up in the kingdom, living how we really want to live.
Living, not surviving. It says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet,
We want land, women, and more.
and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him.
The robbers shall prevail against him. So it's like everything that Esau took, it's going to get taken back. Take that, take that. So the roles is going to be reversed.
The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side.
So his strength is going to turn into his weakness.
We need to stop there. This whole chapter is fire.
Yeah, I know. Took that.
Yeah.
So with that, shalom. Until next time.
Shalom.